All right, yes, this is a fully custom home. Now, this is a secret community that I'm promising you have never heard of before. In fact, just up and over these trees right here, you've got some of the nicest ball fields. You've got Lake Oswego just right down the street, and guess what? Right here, Lake Boat Easement. These are massive custom homes. Look at the size of this thing right now. And actually, at the end of this video, we're gonna discuss the price, and we're gonna talk about the massive price reduction that this thing is seeing. Plus, if you're not interested in exactly that house, they got a couple new ones being built right here. This is super unique, in the top place to live in the state of Oregon, right here in the heart of Lake Oswego. Completely custom homes with things inside of there I promise you you've never seen before. So if you want to see not only one of the coolest houses that's custom, but one of the greatest new little pocket communities that you've never heard of with massive discounted prices, then that's what we're gonna show you in this video. So in order to get inside of this house, I gotta find my main man, Mr. J Dow, and get you inside. All right, Jay Diggity, where are we at, man?
That's right, Jackson. We are in Lake Oswego at Waluga Park Estates, and I have been here my whole life, and you never see pocket communities being developed. And right here, we have a couple that are already built and on the market. And as you can see behind me over here, you got a bunch of bare lots, which are TBB, to be built. So, but I want to show you one thing really quick. On this sign, you'll see master on the main, but one of the coolest pieces is Lake Boat Easement. So this house has lake easement access, which is super rare, especially with new construction in Lake Oswego. That's one thing I like that these builders are paying attention to, not only the details in the inside, but the details on the outside and in the community. So let's head on inside and we'll show you exactly what we're working with.
Perfect. Yeah, run us in. The cool part, yeah, when you pull up here, and I don't want to turn you around too much, but they got like the dead end cul-de-sac over here. It's super quiet and peaceful. There's a bunch of kids out, you know, playing hockey. And I actually heard one of the moms say, we got to go to football practice. So it's a really cool area. And again, like Jesse said, we're into the trees here, you know, the winding roads, Lake Oswego, and to build this cool little pocket community, it's just super rare for this area.
The thing is, you'll notice right away, we're gonna go up the stairs, but when you pull your car in, and we'll show you here in a minute, is that when you come right in, you got your mudroom entrance, but you also have a bonus junior suite on this entrance right off the garage, which is super cool.
So it could be like an in-law quarter type thing.
Yep.
So let's head on in. I like the dark on this. All the, you know, they did a little bit different. It's not brick. It's very modern look.
Yep, with this batten on the side, it's very modern.
Yeah.
It's got the stone. I love that it did these terrace planters on the way up here too.
Yep.
I don't know what you call these red bamboo style trees, but oh, you know what I have? Hold on.
Come on. You gonna show us right now what this is?
Come on.
I do like all the green. I mean, you got the black, and to be able to have all these green bushes, plants right here, my wife would be going nuts on that.
Hold on.
What do you got, a little scanner app?
Dude, yes I do. Let's see here. What do you guys call this?
I don't know. They got a comment down below. I couldn't even start to.
Okay, here, I'm snapping a picture. It's identifying. Oh, that's what I was gonna call it. The New
Zealand flags. Yeah, I mean, I knew that. New Zealand flags. They do good here in Lake Oswego, huh?
New Zealand flags.
Okay, well, take us through these double metal doors into the humble abode.
Before we go through the doors, I mean, you just gotta take in this view of, once again, old growth timber throughout the entire area. So you could throw your chairs out here and enjoy the beautiful sunsets.
Yeah, it is really cool to just have this, you know, you feel like you're up kind of on the hillside here. I'm standing on the old planter box here. It's pretty nice.
Yep.
Take us on in, J Dow.
So the thing I like about this is that both of these doors can actually open up.
We got one on the bottom? Oh yeah.
You gotta be smarter than the door. So once again, you got the double opener, and then you can come right into our beautiful safari here. Because not only
is so cool, and it's a day like today, you know, it's like 70 degrees out. You could just leave these open, get that fresh air.
Oh, it's so nice.
And just a massive open floor plan. Man, right away, check out that door behind you.
So this is the one thing that caught my eye when we first walked into this house, is the style of these doors.
That is really unique because there's no like edge, it's just all flat.
Yeah, and this design and the wood grade on this, like you would think that maybe this was like, if you were to know the houses from the 70s, you would think that like the cheap paneling.
Yep.
But this is solid wood, and I am absolutely in love with this door.
Solid core and extra wide there. So
yep.
Man, you got the double metal doors, which is so cool to have nowadays.
And you have the 5, 6, 7 inch, you know, 2 feet if you're fishing, wood plank floors that you'll see, and 0 transitional strips throughout this whole entire space. So you have super high ceilings, which are 10 feet. And then if you look directly to the left in the dining space, you have the trade up ceiling with the chevron pattern shiplap.
So in doing that tray ceiling there is really cool because it makes it feel even bigger in here. And this is just one ginormous open floor plan, and I think it's really cool to have.
Exactly, and with this trade ceiling too, is it actually anchors in the dining room. So you feel like, even though it's an open concept,
Yep.
you feel like it's an open space, and how they put this bar in here, it all works in perfectly. And I do love that you have your wine fridges here, and they also have the spots on both sides where you can actually put in your wine racks for your warm wines.
Yeah, so they actually, you can see there, the wine racks are going in, and then they got the, you know, floating shelving there with a really cool tile backdrop. Look at the texture on that. That is just really,
It almost reminds me of like a seashell.
dude, check out how they did the lights up in there too. They like got that riveted right there.
Yep.
It's a really cool shelf.
Yeah, these floating shelves, you can
Imagine
put whatever.
that at night, it would just look so cool to have all these lights. And you're right, you got this, you know, bar area here, but it separates. So since it is such an open floor plan,
Yep.
having that there really designates that area.
And with the open floor plan, you're typically gonna start dealing with a little bit less storage, but since they put this big bar in here, you actually pick up a ton of more shelf and storage space, which anyone can really appreciate. With this countertop here, you can really do anything, whether you're putting it, you know, doing homework up here, filling out some paperwork, folding some laundry, lots of different options.
This is like a chef-style kitchen in here too. I feel like we're in a, you know, one of those Portland James Beard-winning chef kitchens. You know,
yeah.
like it just has that vibe to it.
Yeah, this kitchen, the thing that really caught my eye off of this, which we'll get to in a minute, is this giant 48-inch stove, which is, it's a Gen Air, but you have the 6-top burner with the griddle, the gas griddle, which you don't really ever see this. A lot of them you see like solid.
Yep, like a Blackstone style.
Casted, exactly. Yeah. But this one we fired up. Let's turn it on and see what happens.
And it gets mo hot.
Oh, dude. Whew.
Yeah, so this is an actual, like, man, that gets hot quick.
I read up on these before, and I think these actually get up to like almost 2,000 degrees.
Dude, that's
so you were asking about it, like saying like, is it gonna drip there? I think it burns before it drips.
Well, we love our steaks, man, and I think that we would be using that a ton.
Oh, absolutely. And then you have the Sub-Zero fridge, which I am a massive Sub-Zero fridge fan. They are just the greatest. The reason I like it is because you can stack up your Topo Chicos without disrupting the height of anything in here.
Right, gotta have that room. So you get the extra big fridge. I always like it too with these taller ones. I think it's just a classy look that gets in there.
Yep.
And then they go all the way to the ceiling with the custom cabinets with the trim up top too.
Yep, they got the double uppers here, so you can put tons of extra storage up top. In a lot of the houses, obviously you don't have that second upper, so then you're losing up that space, which I call it the dust collector. But they definitely did a great job with all the trim work up top. You have all the underlay lighting, so you have a lot of space with light, which I can appreciate.
Yep.
And this big old window that leaks out to the backyard. But one of the things that you and I were talking about that we thought was really cool in this house was this sink. This thing is massive.
Yeah, it's actually like an oversized, I wanna see outside. Oversized, and then you have all these attachments in here. You know, you can wash the veggies, do all that. And then I think we had a pasta strainer in there. I told you we had kitchen vibes going in this.
I feel like we're on an infomercial.
Yeah, for real. I don't even know what you do. You put all your...
I guess you put your utensils in there, or it's a doggy, a watering bowl for your dog.
Yeah, or cut, you know, fruit, put them in there, something.
Something.
But man, yeah, having that window that looks out there is really cool. It's pretty. So this island here too isn't the longest. So if you're into more of like the longer island, it's not it, but the width of it is massive. And so that also, again, it gives you a bunch of storage. So what's that wingspan? You about 8-foot wingspan?
It's about 9 feet.
Yeah, and then it also, if you notice
This under storage?
yeah, they got under storage, but they also put support in here. So what that does is it allows you to have more leg room. A lot of times these things only have like a 12-inch overhang, and so your knees are always hitting. And this one, they were able to put all the support in there, and so it gives you a lot more space for the legs. So if you're gonna have that massive wide island, now you can still sit in there.
That's one thing I look at in every house is, do they have the cabinet storage underneath?
Yeah.
Because if they don't, they're just wasting tons of opportunity.
Yeah, and again, it goes, you know, if I back this up, you know, your leg space is about 16 inches there, which is cool.
And then you have these
The best.
pantries that are built in, and it's also got the double uppers up top, so you have your, I love these.
Yep,
It's a little bit extra. It's a little bit extra to have these pullouts, but it's worth the money.
Because that right there is all the storage, all the snacks, all the dry goods. I mean, to organize it like that, not only once, but twice. Yeah, because this is more of an open plan than we're used to seeing, J-Dow. I mean, a lot of times they're gonna have more, you know, walls, definitive, and storage, so.
Yep.
They really made a lot of space. If we back up here, you got that island space here, that island, and all of the cabinets there, so.
Yeah, And once again, coming through your transition into the living room, they did a good job at like framing this off, but keeping it open. Because the one complaint that I hear from people is typically in open concept homes is that it just doesn't feel like there's any separation in the room.
Gotcha.
Here, they did a great job at actually, you can tell with the design of the room, like the living room comes out here, the dining room is over there with the beam in place there with the bar, kitchen. Here outside, it's nicely framed in, and the windows here, like you have windows on all the walls.
Yeah.
So you get tons of natural light. Being up here in the Pacific Northwest, you need as much light as you can get.
Definitely need that.
Not, just like the front door.
Double metal doors on the back.
You got the double metal on the back.
Perfect temperature to be having both of those open.
We're almost into the fall season, so you open this up and they've got the heaters out back here, which you definitely need in the wintertime, but you could enjoy this pretty much 365 days a year. So you have your heaters, your gas grill that's built in. I mean, this is
some great just concrete work out here, and I love the fire pit. You wouldn't believe how much time we spend, you know, with all our friends out here in the Northwest around fire pits. It's like, you have like a 9-month fire pit season, so it's really cool to have that.
And so I'm gonna show you something really quick, because I think a lot of people might be nervous over this situation back here, but what they do is they have drainage in here underneath these rocks, so when water comes down, it goes into that drainage and it filters right off. So you don't have to worry about water, any corrosion or water situations happening off the back of the yard here.
Yeah, I think that's a good point to bring up. We've helped so many clients from out of state, and they're not used to these, you know, Portland Northwest backyards. This is like a really common backyard.
Exactly. And this is you know, a lot of greenery and a lot of vegetation, and I think it's actually like a great backyard for entertaining, and it's actually pretty low maintenance considering everything that it has.
Yep, the low maintenance is definitely true. You got a cool little walking path over here. Then we're gonna get back in. You gotta see this primary bedroom, bathroom, but I actually like how they did this. This is actually a metal border right here, and allows you to get around. Hey, AC's kicking on to the side of the house over there too. So,
and these boulders and these rocks over here, I mean, these things are like probably 1,000 pounds a piece, and when you watch them put these in here, you're just blown away.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about your kids climbing up on them. They're very secure and stable. You know, we've had some clients add these into their houses, build up their backyards.
They ain't cheap either.
They are not cheap.
So getting a house with this already in is saving you some serious dough on your backyard bill.
Absolutely. So this is really, if they didn't put this in, the backyard would be sloped in.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that they did this the right way.
And my favorite shot, you got the deck looking in, and I love that window, man. How wide and beautiful is that window looking in at your kitchen? And now into the big open concept. So I want to go check out that junior suite downstairs, and then we're going to go upstairs, and we got to save that primary bedroom for last. It is amazing. But first, if you're going to be working from home.
But first, if you're going to be working from home, you got to see exactly where the bills get paid, and they get paid right here. And I would tell you, working from this office, I'm a huge views fanatic. In this office, look at all these windows here. You have so much natural light.
I gotta take a seat. I'll be your client real quick. I'm gonna sit down on the old cow lounger here.
Jackson's late. Jackson's gonna start crying in a second.
Oh, tell you all my problems, but you're right. Do you ever see an office with this many windows and just like the views, you know, it feels like you're almost up in the mountains here.
I know, I'd be spoiled, and if this was my office, what I would do is I'd get a corner desk here, so that way I'd have views out here and views out here.
This is the Northwest New York. Big office up top on the 10th floor.
And the other thing that you can appreciate is if you're an in-home office person, is that every single room that I've seen has the low volt outlets.
So you can actually hook up the internet right there too and get super speed.
And here's one thing that you look at to find out if the builders actually did it right with the hardwood floors, because these are real hardwoods. This isn't LVP, this isn't laminate, but check out the inserts for the vents. This is real hardwood vent covers too. So it blends right into the floors.
And they went above and beyond with this super high base too.
Yep.
You got like the 8-inch base trim there.
And some people might say, oh, why didn't they put trim work around the windows? But this is a monochromatic look. This is the design.
Yep.
So it's just all super smooth, straight edges.
Yep.
You can see it with the colors as well, the black and the white, modern.
Out with the trim.
Yep. And so right here, you go into the laundry room. Here's something I love. You have your vent that is inset back into the wall. It's something you hear about people complaining a lot with the
smashing it up against the wall.
Exactly, you smash up that dryer vent. But here, you can just push it right in and boom, put it straight to the back.
Yeah. And then you've got your water valves here, got the quick quarter turns or whatever, and a lot of counter space, and again, cabinets for days.
Cabinets, rack, and look, floating shelves, so you can put pictures in here.
Yep.
You know, put your recipes up there, your artwork.
You already know it, man. Wife would come in here, shut that door, have Netflix going or something. It's just like, you know, she'd be folding clothes and not having to, just when mom's in here, leave her alone.
Yep.
It is cool. Look at the cool tile backsplash all the way to the ceiling too. And they got the pictures of the flowers up there. You got a little bay leaf and thyme. So they've really done a cool job in here.
It's interesting because like when you're cruising through these houses a lot, you like skip like the details like this. Like you just brought it up and I was like, I wasn't even paying attention, but it's just something I guess I expected was this tile here. Yep. But when you start looking at it, you're like, yeah, there's a lot of cool detail into that.
A lot of cool detail, and it wraps all the way around too, so.
And the tile on the floor, it's like a linen tile, so it feels like it has grains in it, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And people might think that that's hard to clean. This is actually really smooth. It would be really simple to clean. Gotcha. And here's the other thing, like if you are into cleaning, since they don't have any of these transitional strips and it's all smooth, this is just like a one Swiffer floor.
Yeah.
So I'm a fanatic about sweeping. So for me, I would just have one Swiffer where I just go around the whole house.
Yeah, you could run a Roomba in here because you got no transition pieces. But I think that's the coolest look, is to be able to just go straight and flush like that. Yep,
and then they laid the floors all in one direction, so that's why you don't need that. You can see it here. That drives me crazy is you come into a house and they have all the paneling going this way, and then you go into the bathroom, it's going this way, and then you have your stripping. No, they need to put it all one way.
Yep, you got a floating vanity there, and this is cool. It's a half bath, so yes, everybody has a half bath right here to use. They ain't got to go in somebody's bedroom, nothing like that. So we got 3 floors on this one.
Yep, and this is where you come down from the garage.
Man, I'll tell you what, if I was the kid in this family, this is where I would be. It is ice cold down here. Yep. You're in the basement.
So this is to get your bearings back. That was the front of the house where we showed the garage.
Yep.
So you come right in, pretty boring garage, but there is a door with the trap, with the hidden cave over there. Do you want to see the hidden cave?
What's in the hidden cave? Because of course I want to see a hidden cave. Can we get in the hidden cave?
Storage.
Gotcha. Okay, so extra storage. This is where your water heaters and everything is. Easy access too, instead of being.
I actually, when I opened that, I thought it was like, oh, it's a boring room. But actually, if I had a garage like this, even in my own house now, I would love to have a storage room like that.
Yep, dang straight. And then we've got concrete foundation all throughout here too. So again, especially in the Northwest, like dead of summer, it's gonna stay nice and cool down here. And in the winter, it'll stay heated. It's a pretty even temperature down here.
Yeah, you walk right in, you got your mud room, you got your storage. So the kids come home, they throw their backpacks in the closet, they kick their shoes off. You got double closets on each side here. So you got shelves, you can either throw linens in there, and then you got your Harry Potter on this side with your coat rack.
I think the most important part about that is you come into the garage and guess what? The kids gotta go around the corner and put all their bags and stuff over there. Now all that can be shoes, because we know how it gets, and it's not out here where you're tripping over.
Exactly, and then this is your standalone guest suite that's downstairs. So
look at the sizes.
This is perfect for either a guest, an in-law, an adult child, or if you just want a room to have in your house as a guest suite. I think this would be a really cool place if I was a teenager growing up. You actually have an attic or a crawl space hatch over there. Yep. People think that'd be cool, but you have a full bath with a walk-in shower. So there's lots of opportunities and lots of options.
Full shower, and this one, guys, too, you would be pulling into the driveway, and so there would be 0 steps into this room if maybe you're bringing the mother-in-law or the parents or whatever, and then
you never see this.
That is a lot of closet space. Where'd you go, dog? You've got the double-sided. I mean, you could put a whole family in here. This is the biggest room.
Yeah, this is massive.
Ever, and 0 steps up to get into it, just straight from the garage.
And check it out, you have these crankcased windows, and you have this additional parking space right here. So not only do we have the driveway with the garage, you also have this.
Yep, again.
I don't know, that sign might say no parking there, but.
I think to spoil it, it is. I think it's a turnaround for emergency vehicles, yeah.
First come, first serve.
Jackson, now we gotta go upstairs though, because there's a lot more to this house.
Jackson, when dinner's on, it is an emergency in my house.
That's true.
Okay, up to the 3rd floor.
And then back down. We gotta save that primary for last, but trust me, you're gonna wanna see upstairs. I love how we got the doors open, man. You feel that?
Oh yeah.
That breeze, there's nothing better than that.
The thing I like about these stairs too is they got the illumination lights and the rails on these things too. Once again, I like these.
Yep.
With these, how they did the design and they left the gaps in here. It's just not the straight line. Actually, some of the ones that I'm seeing now too is they just use all glass.
Yeah, I think just having something different than, wood or whatever is a great look. So you got what, bedroom number 1 here?
Yep, bedroom number 1.
It's got a full closet and
It's a Jack and Jill bath.
so we got a Jack and Jill bath. Windows are just amazing again.
You're seeing these on every single floor facing that direction, which I believe is south. But once again, you got the linen tile. The tile that they did in this house is really cool in all floors.
Yeah.
And all bathrooms.
And lights underneath, so floated shelves, and that's gonna kick on, at night, make it a little bit easier to see, and you got a full tile shower all the way up.
So the thing about these lights, and you're not gonna see it now because it's daylight out, but when the lights are off and the lights are down, when you walk in here, there's motion sensors underneath, so these bottom lights kick on. So you don't have to worry about finding the lights when you're, asleep or the kids come in.
And it doesn't make it, wake you up.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
like, it's just nice. You can get to the toilet if you need to.
So then right here, you have another guest
closet,
bedroom.
Double door.
And this room is huge. Look at this. This is a queen size bed and you have tons of space on each side. Once again,
You don't see like 3 bedrooms in one house that are all the size of a primary bedroom.
Oh no, these are all massive. And then you have the closet with the organizers. I remember back when they used to upcharge you. Now these are just standards in these houses. So
that, and they're not like, they're keeping these doors throughout the whole house. They didn't just do it where everybody sees it downstairs.
And these are 8-foot doors, so these are 9-feet ceilings, and you just have tons of space, and it just feels super open and bright in here.
Love having the big mirror. Again, get all the lights, or the natural light from the windows outside. Double door, linen.
Yep. Linen
Gotta
closet.
have that. Can have all your board games in here, blankets, pillows, 'cause we got a lot more to see.
And then you cruise right in here.
Oh man.
This is your little theater room. Once again, the chevron pattern sheplap ceiling with the trades. And then you have your wet bar over here. You got your wine fridge,
Yeah, this is a
cabinetry.
really big space you could really utilize for.
So for us, this would be our game room.
Yep,
where
for
we'd
sure.
be storing our games. And then you have the floating shelves with the cool lights again. And look at this tile. This is something I have not seen in any house this year, is this red tile.
Yeah, there's a lot of green, but
Yep, lots of greens.
definitely loving that. And then you get the green accent, with the plants up here. But to have a big space like this where you can shut those doors, you can actually hear it in our voices, the padding of the carpet and everything, it just really silences you. And you could have a full movie room in here. And again, once you shut the doors, nobody downstairs is gonna hear you. So kids could be up here playing video games, watching movies, being loud. And especially having the primary bedroom down on the main, that really helps with the noise cancellation. This is a big spot up here. It's really cool.
And then coming into this is another, you got the double doors here again.
Jeez.
And these doors are just, you would think that this is the primary, but this isn't. This is actually a junior primary.
You don't see this a lot. You probably get clients who like the house is everything, the rooms are everything, and this really fits them,
This house is actually, in my opinion, the floor plan and the rooms is very impressive.
Yeah.
It's the functionality of it is really nice, and it just, for the size of it, it feels so much bigger. But you have once again, crankcase windows, so you crank these things out. And that's a huge demand that a lot of our clients have, is that they can open up the windows because they want the cool air to come in throughout the entire year.
Yeah.
And this house nails it on that. But then you cruise right into the full bath.
Which it's got a cool angle right here, a little 45-degree angle.
Every shower in this house has had the nice bench, and I love how big that bench is.
Oh man, you gotta come all the way around here. Yeah, those are 18-inch tiles. That's not one little skinny one. That is a oversized, just massive tile shower with some different, two-tone. Then they did the whole seamless glass. There's no metal frames or anything. It's just really clean look.
You got the lights in the cabinets again, and this is really heavy-duty cabinetry.
Yeah, these rooms are just impressive. And then double doors, we're seeing that a lot. These closets, look at the amount of space, and they're custom too. So you can see just how much space is in there. That's really nice. Well, man, we gotta show them that primary, and then we gotta tell them how much this is and what else is going on in the hood.
Let's do it. Down to the primary on the main, AKA master on the main.
All right, again, we're gonna get you into that primary suite. You gotta see it. And then we're gonna talk about the prices and just how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that they have slashed these prices. But if that inside of that house isn't exactly what you like, look at it, these amazing homes behind me, right? They do have a couple more coming. So I just wanted to show you this real quick. As you can see here, they've got a couple more lots. They even have a house being built here. So if you reach out to us, we've already got contact with the builder. We can talk to you about securing one of these lots, one of these custom homes, and making the inside exactly what you want. So as you can see, with the whites, the grays, the bricks, the wood looks, whatever look you want, that's what we can help you with here. But this little pocket community, I'm telling you, There's nothing like being right here in the heart of the trees. You've got some of the nicest baseball fields literally just up and over the trees here. You got Lake Oswego down the road, and this one gives you lake access to the easement of Lake Oswego as well. So you're just not gonna find these little pocket communities with custom homes like this. So if you're in the market of the best when it comes to where to live, schools, all of those things plus custom home, I'm telling you, this little pocket community that is selling out so quick is where you want to be, but you got to hit us up so that we can lock you down a spot. But let's go back in here. Let's check out the rest of the primary bedroom, bathroom, and then we're going to talk about those ninja sliced prices and what my main man J-Dow can do on top of that. So let's go get back inside.
All right, so now we are down back on the main where we're gonna go in and check out the primary room on the main, which is probably one of the biggest features and biggest selling points of this house because a lot of people just love having a primary bedroom on the main.
Yep.
And you come right in here, and the first thing that I notice when I walk through that door is you're looking literally right out into the backyard. So I feel in here you actually have the outside on the inside, why it's nice and toasty warm.
You're right.
So, and 10 feet tall ceilings, which is super cool, in this little nook. So
yeah, kind of like the nook when you come in, because it just adds a little bit of flavor instead of just having a flat wall. They did that, and then to have the windows looking out, it's just really cool. I love when they do that so that you can see the outside, get some cool blinds for it, you know?
Exactly. And personally, like when I come in here, I'm like, I don't even know if I need blinds, but since I don't really like waking up early, I probably would.
Black it out, but now we're coming in
to the bathroom, and you have the underlit lights, the double vanity, super tall ceilings, and you can see that they did this tile throughout the whole entire bathroom here, which is, you don't really see this that often, but I think it's a really cool feature. So
yeah, and I think for the windows here, I mean, you could frost these, you know, to give you the privacy windows. But the other thing I've noticed, I've never seen a mirror that big, but also have the lights in the mirror. I think that's a really cool feature. I don't know if that mirror is just meant like that, you wire it in that way or what, but that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they probably cut it in.
But man, you got this really cool tub. And I like how they put the faucet into the wall so that thing is more sturdy.
Exactly. I have a tub in one of our houses and we did the fixtures in the wall like that, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, sometimes when they're in the floor, they can get a little wobbly, but yeah, they did this tile all the way, you know, all the way up to the ceiling, which is a cool look. And then you got like an open shelving here.
Yep, you have your floating like linen shelf with some cabinetry. You know, this is primarily used probably for the tub, and then you got the shower right here. And here's the thing, a special feature of this house that we haven't seen in any other house, Jackson, is this is actually a steam shower.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, so you see the little monitor on the wall right there?
I didn't know.
And then you have your steam valve down below. So this is actually a full-blown steam shower. So basically you have a sauna in your house. My only complaint is that every other room in this house shower has a bench.
Yeah.
This one does not, so you'd have to add in your own like bamboo bench or whatever it may be. But, you know.
Yeah, and then they got this window here that
yep, that's
looks like you're gonna let the steam out to hit the fan or something?
Exactly,
or?
that's exactly what it's for.
Oh, okay.
Because a steam shower has to be fully sealed, so you can see that they have the rubber grommets on the whole thing, and it's on the floor, top, whatnot. So you want the steam to stay 100% in the shower, and then when you, instead of you opening the door and having it blast out, you can just let it go out there. Or even if you're taking a shower and you want the steam to go out, you can let it flow out that way.
That's cool.
Yeah, I personally, I've told you one other thing I love, which is hot tubs.
Yep.
And I also love steam showers.
I have not, that might be my first steam shower. Got a nice little throne bone area there.
Yep, a little water closet, but check out this primary closet. It is super long. You got your built-in floating shelves on both sides. And then something that the ladies will really appreciate is the tall rails for their dresses.
Gotcha, so that doesn't fold or bend, it can actually hang up the whole way. And then they were able to put windows in the closet too, bringing in.
Yep, so you have lots of natural light.
They got some custom shoe shelves over here.
A little bonus I will tell you is that if you're ever gonna splurge on an additional thing in your house, the number one thing that I recommend to everyone is California custom closets. They don't pay us a single dime. I just love them. I put them in every single one of our houses. But a lot of people are so short that they just can't grab these top rails. So what they have actually is they have this rod that comes down right here. So you just grab it and then you pull it down and the whole entire rack will fold down.
Yep, yeah, we've seen that. And anytime you can add any customization to a closet, it's gonna basically make it double the size, you know?
Oh yeah, this one would be like the most ideal candidate for a custom closet solution.
Yeah, and I'm sure you could help them with that for sure.
Absolutely, just give us a call.
Hey, you get the vent here. So this baby either stays warm or cold, whatever you need. That is nice. All right, we got to go talk about some prices.
Let's talk about some pricing.
All right, J-Dot, we got to know some prices.
So right here, we got the beautiful price sheet. Call me Vanna White. But you can see right here, the original list price on this house, which it is about 4,500 square feet, 5 beds, 4.5 bath, 4,568 square feet, primary on the main, lake easements, all the things. But this house today is listed at 2.395 million, so 2,395,000. So you might be asking yourself, well, why has the pricing gone down? Is this a good investment? And the reality is, the way that the market is going right now, you're seeing a little bit more inventory going up. These builders are building. So if the home gets completed and it's sitting here a little bit, they start getting a little bit more aggressive on their pricing. So this is why you must reach out to us and give us a call, because we find the deals in the marketplace. And they also have a lot of unbuilt lots, and they have some houses that are actually under construction as well. So depending on what you're actually looking for, if this floor plan doesn't fit your needs, maybe they have another house that does, because this is one of the only few pocket communities that are actually available in Lake Oswego, where you're having quite a few new construction opportunities. And the other thing too about this homeowners association, because it is an association, it's only $500 a year annually. So if you're coming from California, the HOA might be a bad taste in your mouth. Our HOAs here are actually very, very good. People appreciate them. It's essentially just gonna say that you can't paint your house bright pink, you can't have 50 cars in your driveway. They just try to keep the value of your house going in the right direction.